Here's how it's done.
So for this sign, we used a 4x24 piece of blue pine with our small beer mug, our campfire, and our camping and beer stencil. And this is a really simple layout. So this whole sign is only done with 2 router bits for the carving and then our 45-degree chamfer bit for the edge. The first bit is the profile bit, and this is the one you want to use to get your outline of your artwork. Now the campfire is a little bit difficult, but once you do it 2 or 3 times, it's no big deal. And the nice thing about artwork like this is that it's all open to interpretation. So if you don't follow the line exactly, no one will know. The beer mug is a lot of fun to carve. It's all pretty simple. The only thing you got to make sure you do is keep those lines from touching. Because they're kind of close together, you might have to kind of cheat it one way or the other. You just want to make sure all your lines you're carving are separated so it doesn't get muddled. For the inset letters on this, we're using our 60-degree bit, and that's a bit we use for pretty much all of our inset letters up to about 3 inches. The font on this stencil is our Fatty font, and it's definitely the easiest to carve. Because there's no real sharp points and it's all pretty rounded, it's really simple to hold a line, and this is what you want to do, especially if you are just beginning. The top line is 1.5 inches tall and the bottom line is 1 inch tall. So you might have to adjust your depth because how deep you put your router bit is going to affect how wide the cut is. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're carving something with different sized letters. You might have to adjust your depth in between those letters. Once the carving's done, we put a nice deep chamfer on the edge and then sprayed it with our black primer. It only takes a couple minutes to dry. Then we use an 80 grit disc on our disc sander and a 120 grit disc on a random orbital to give it a nice smooth finish. Felt pens like Sharpies work really good when you're adding color. You just want to do it before you put your clear coat on there so it soaks into the wood. Now if this is an indoor sign, it'll last forever. If it's an outdoor sign, you're going to have to redo the color usually once every year or so, depending on how the weather is in your area. Then we put several coats of clear on it, and this is a great looking camping sign.
So everything we used here, we have over on our website, makeawoodsign.com. Go check it out.